So I just came across this article from BBC News, and it reports that 200 to 300 Ghanaians have been recruited by jihadists to fight against the military in Burkina Faso. This doesn't surprise me. I lived in Ghana for 2 years. I have a human rights lawsuit against the government. I have written an entire book of how horrible my life was living in Ghana and such traitorous, wicked, evil behavior that I experienced because of the color of my skin and my accent living in Ghana. However, this is ironic because just not too long ago, a story came out and how the Ghana military, 7 to 9 people spoke. They didn't want their identities to be revealed, and they said that Burkina Faso had the terrorists from Burkina Faso were in Ghana and they were living there seeking treatment and recruiting people. This was last year that this was reported. And the Akufo-Addo tried to pretend, no, this is not true. We don't provide refuge to terrorists. However, 2 years prior, in Tumu, a place I've been several times, Tumu is in Ghana and it's a border town with Burkina Faso. They found that there were terrorists that had not Ghana cards, but had the old laminated um, Ghana voting cards. So they found these cards. They didn't find the people, and they showed them to the authorities of Burkina Faso, and they said these were known terrorists that were active in Burkina Faso. That was 2 years ago. So this recent news story that came out that Ghana, excuse me, was a safe harbor for jihadist terrorists in the country, which again the government denied. The government also denied expelling people from Burkina Faso, and a week later, the former gender minister of Ghana, she reported that she repatriated 400 children to Burkina Faso and Niger, even though the United Nations had asked that they do not repatriate or refuse citizens from Burkina Faso that were fleeing for their lives. So this is another example. I don't know how true it is. So BBC says that they have several people that they reported and they were not able to verify their stories, but they saw photos of weapons that these Ghanaians had and that they were fighting the military in Burkina Faso. This is not too far fetched and unbelievable considering the news that has been suppressed, but coming out of Ghana and how they're aiding terrorists in Burkina Faso. Again, something no one talks about.